Assalamu alaikum. I'm taking a break from the actual arduous translation of the Sheikh, and I chose this page for you because it's very easy and very deep, especially the last verse. We're on Surah Al-Ghafir, and we're on page 474. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الساعة لآتية لا ريب فيها ولكن أكثر الناس لا يؤمنون وقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم إن الذين يستكبرون عن عبادتي سيدخلون الجهنم داخرين الله الذي جعل لكم الليل لتسكنوا فيه والنهار مبصرا إن الله لذو فضل على الناس ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون ذلكم الله ربكم خالق كل شيء لا إله إلا هو فأنا تؤفكون. Now I'll translate half of that page. Indeed, the hour is coming, no doubt about it, but most of the people do not believe. And your Lord says, call upon me, I will respond to you. Indeed, those who disdain my worship will enter hell, contemptible. It is Allah who made for you the night that you may rest therein, and the day giving sight. Isn't it funny? I had to stop at that because my eyes are so bad. I wasn't sure if it said giving light or giving sight. Indeed, Allah is the possessor of bounty for the people, but most of them are not grateful. Moving along. الله الذي جعل لكم الأرض فرارا والسماء بناء وصوركم فأحسن صوركم ورزقكم من الطيبات ذلكم الله ربكم فتبارك الله رب العالمين هو الحي لا إله إلا هو فادعوه مخلصين له الدين الحمد لله رب العالمين قل إني نهيت أن أعبد الذين تدعون من دون الله لما جاءني البينات من ربي وأمرت أن أسلم لرب العالمين. Now when I read the translation, you'll see what I mean regarding the last part. That is Allah, your creator, creator of all things. There is no deity except Him. So how are you deluded? Thus were those deluded who were rejecting the signs of Allah. It is Allah who made for you the earth, a place of settlement, and the sky, a structure, and formed you and perfected your forms and provided you with good things. That is Allah, your Lord. Then blessed is Allah, Lord of the worlds. He is the ever-living. There is no deity except him. So call upon him, sincere to him in religion. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Now, this ends on verse 66. And the translation says for verse 66, say, indeed, I have been forbidden to worship those you call upon besides Allah. Once the clear proofs have come to me from my Lord, and I have been commanded to submit to the Lord of the worlds. So now, let's just go back one verse. These last two verses are so clear. There is no deity except him. Call upon him, sincere in religion. I've been forbidden to worship those you call upon besides Allah, once the clear proofs have come to me. So, can we discuss the G word again? I know I've spent a lot of time on this subject because I'm still confounded as to why this is not clear to everyone. It should be more than clear to a Muslim. His name is Allah. He named himself Allah. He's constantly reminding you not to call upon me unless you are sincere. So I'm going to use the analogy that I've done many times before, and I'll probably be doing it till my last breath. We know this Quran is the incorruptible, eternal words of Allah. No one made it up. It doesn't come from Hebrew or Chaldaic or Syriac or Aramaic. There's not a word in here that is not clear Arabic. These lies proliferate, and they never seem to cease. So I don't know what's wrong with people, but I'm just going to give my analogy, as I've done often, and I just will always. I believe that this makes sense. I don't know, maybe it's just, I don't know. Because when I was a little girl, I used to look up and say, who are you? I don't even know your name. But I know you're not hanging on the wall on the cross, bleeding with the crown of thorns, with blood rushing out of your chest, where the story is the soldiers speared you, and the blood ran until it ran like water. I was subjected to a lot of tales, some lies, some not, but the way the nuns taught us was extremely dramatic. And they were obsessed with their job of teaching children because they never married, never had children. So when you live through a parochial school and you're taught by nuns since you were, I was 3 when my dad put me in a nursery. And then I left at 15 when I rebelled and couldn't take it anymore. I have to go to the public school. I don't want to be here. I told you that story. That's a well-known story on my list of videos. So when I would talk to him, and the only word I knew was God because I was really sure it wasn't Jesus. That was something never entered my mind, even though we had pictures and statues all over my house. That was a given. Never believed in it. But I would talk to up there, and I would say to him, I believe in you, and I don't even know your name. And I can remember that conversation. It was vivid. How much I wanted to know his name. Just tell me your name. Because it seemed to me names were important. You know, in school, stand up. What's your name, Mary Diane? And I said, do I have to say Mary Diane? I didn't want to. I just wanted Diane. That's another lesson I made on why they call me Mary Diane. I don't know. Should I write a book? No, I never will write a book. It's a waste of time. But there are so many dramatic tales in my childhood that I don't know what I'll do. But anyway, I'll do something. So when I hear Muslims actually say God, And when they make the shahada for people, converts, reverts, whatever you want to call them, when they accept this testimony called the shahada, many of the imams will say, there is no God except God. Yes, they will even say that. But now they've come to be able to say there is no God except Allah. That's an improvement, I suppose. And then those who are really more astute are saying, and they're very few, there's nothing and no one to be worshipped except Allah. And that's how it should be phrased. Slow and steady, we're making improvements. So the G word. Let's get back to what I've often referred to as, how would you like it? That's my little lesson analogy. I call it, how would you like it? Now, my name is Diane. So if I met you and I really liked you and we hit it off, wow, she's really nice. I hope we can meet again. And then the next time I saw you, which wasn't much later, I said, Assalamu alaikum. And she said, Assalamu alaikum. And then I said, remind me again, what's your name? Because I do this on purpose. And often I forget names. If I've only met you once, I admit it. But she said, my name is Selma. And I said, oh, that's great. And I don't know if you remember my name, but my name is Diane. She said, oh, yeah, right. Your name is Diane. And then a couple of seconds later, she went, so Marwa, do you come to this masjid every week? And I said, my name is Diane. Oh, sorry. Do you come to this masjid every week? And then a couple of seconds later, she might say, so Hanan, is there a chance that you're going to be staying for the dinner tonight? And I would say, my name isn't Hanan. My name is Diane. And I just told you that. And she said, oh, right. I'm just so busy these days. And then I said to her, my name is Diane. Let's repeat it. Prophet Muhammad repeats things 3 times. So my name is Diane. My name is Diane. My name is Diane. So I don't think you're going to forget it this time. And then I said to myself, why is someone allowed to remember and someone is allowed to forget? Because Allah is the one that allows everything. It's called qadar, right? Why would somebody not remember your name? Well, it may be that they have a bad memory, or they're just stupid, or maybe they really don't like you and they really don't care. Could we ever assume that that would be analogous to Allah? You can't say his name because you really don't like him and you really don't care, or you just have a bad memory? No, none of those excuses are acceptable. And that's why it's not just in this chapter, S.Ghafir, the last ayah, the last 2 actually. It's not just that. We as Muslims, when we become Muslim, we are supposed to leave behind the days of ignorance. So when you were a Christian, as most of you were, you could get a pass on this because nobody taught you anything. So you might slip of the tongue, or maybe you're not accustomed, and maybe you're not really convinced that his name is Allah. But after years and years and years of this, and you're a Muslim, and you pray in the masjid, why would you say God? To me, it's a profanity, you know. Profanity, swear word, bad word. Oh, you're an extremist. Oh no, Taliban is in our midst. It is a swear word. Because when people take oaths, they take them on the Bible. And they put their right hand on the Bible. And they say, in the name of God, after we've been told not to do that. with clear Quranic verses. Now, I'm taking a break, as I told you. I'm going to do another page too from another surah that I find is very profound, Surah Yasin. Maybe you could write down. I have it written, and of course the list of my videos. There's 450 of them, I think now, but I've never really collated it into any real practical course of study because I'm not an admin-y type. I just do what hits me, what comes to me in my mind. So for now, I'm going to close with something lighter before I go on to another Quran page. Actually, it's Quran, it's not Quran. And I get, when you hear something over and over again, everyone's Quran. And no, it's Quran is the proper way. But I just want to leave you with something light and maybe a little bit fun. Nothing says we can't have a little smile now and then. Suddenly, I'm at the kitchen sink today, and it was like an electrode hit my brain, and I start singing the refrain from a song of 100 years ago. And it's well known in America. So I am going to, well, not sing it, but I'm going to do it the way it should be done so you can feel it, because I think this is summing up the problems that we have. So without singing, because of course my voice is bad, and even in Quran, I can't make a beautiful voice. So I'll do it in a moderate way so that you can get the tone of the, whatever they call it. I don't know what's it called. The beat, the rhythm, I don't know. No instruments here though, just my voice. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old dad. She was a pearl and the only girl that daddy ever had. Stop right there, because I forget the second verse. Something, something girl with heart so true, a girl that never loved anyone but you. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old dad. Oh, now I remember what that verse was. A good old-fashioned girl with heart so true, a girl who never loved anyone but you. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old dad. Now, this song, I think, was written in 1910. So if you were to try and find a girl like the girl that married dear old dad, you would have to go back 2 generations in order to get one maybe close to that. So to me, that represents the change that has happened, and how when people were doing that, they stayed married. Now, Islam says, don't do anything out of turn until you are married. And that is also holding true for the current 2025. It holds true forever, because this is Allah's prescription. And this is what people have almost totally ignored. I won't say they've forgotten. No, they haven't forgotten. They've just found ways around it. Long engagements, etc., which usually never end well. So I'm just leaving you with that now. Islam is the truth. Islam is forever, for all times and seasons. And his name will always be Allah. Allahu Akbar.